Thank fuck for that. I was so scared. Right, hey guys, AniCrunch here, and we're back with How I Met Your Mother. We had quite a few Patreon comments, so we're just going to go through them quickly. Mega put, yeah, I see, I don't mind the breakup, but the way they did it felt so dumb and unrealistic, and it was a sitcom, but I couldn't leave my disbelief so much. Plus, it really wasn't funny. I wish they had more of a genuine breakup. They have so similar personality-wise, so I understand why they might be the right choice to execute it. Was blah. Yeah, I understand the breakup. And even though I'm sad that they've wrote the characters in a way, because they could have easily wrote the characters in a way that the relationship could have been overcome and then like got along, but they did hint out throughout, and the breakup was expected. I just wished, like Megan says, I just wish it was done more seriously, which you go in my last review, like I went quite in depth about it, but like yeah, it's not a killer for the series, like by a long shot. The series is probably still gonna have a load of fun episodes. I don't mind the idea of the breakup. It's just the way the breakup was done I was not pleased with. Victor, the breakup was definitely super rushed and made no sense, and Barney going back to his old ways also killed some of the character development. I agree some serious moments need to be taken more seriously. Not everything has to be a joke, and the show gets better on later on. But yeah, this episode was a mess. Season 5 is still amazing though, which I would agree. I mean, it seems like most people agree in what I'm saying. Which is nice. There was quite a few different opinions. Like some people liked the idea, some people just didn't like the way it was executed. Like I say, I don't mind the idea. I think Tona, it might have been rushed, but the relationship was not healthy. Fighting 24/7, Barney checking out other women, but it was rushed. The breakup could have been done in 2 episodes. Like I say, I think they could have left the breakup a little bit longer because they did have some good moments. They had the stuff like the Canada moment. They sort of resolved the fighting. Like they had that bit where there was fighting loads, but they sort of resolved it in the episode. So I think they could have wrote it in a way where they could have got along better, but because they've wrote it the way they have, obviously it didn't look very healthy because of the episodes that went by, which is a shame. I would have actually quite liked to see a healthy relationship between them both, like having their like problems because they're so independent and then still overcoming it. But yeah, they've chosen to go the route they have. Sophie, I don't really like that breakup episode, and it just doesn't make sense to me that they had Robin and Barney being a couple that fight all the time. See, that's what I agree with. I agree with. I don't know why they had to make them a couple that fight all the time. Like I've seen a lot of comments of, like, obviously I understand the obviously, I think also with the Playbook episode, I enjoyed the Playbook episode a lot. I think I was just dampened by the Barney and Robin stuff. It's definitely an episode I want to rewatch. But yeah, I think they didn't have to. I wish they didn't write him as the couple at 4 all the time. They didn't have to. I know the personality is independent and that lot, but they didn't have to write him as people who argue, which is definitely such a shame. The reason how many other ship Barney and Robin is how alike they are, which I agree, and how their friendship was, the scene just then before they started dating was so good. And their chemistry was really good, so it made sense for them to fall in love with each other, which I agree. Ted and Robin breaking up made more sense because it was inevitable, 100%. Yeah, Ted and Robin was 100% inevitable breakup. I think Robin and Barney could have been great together. I think, like, yes, Barney had a long way to go and Robin had a long way to go, but I think they could have made it work. So I think that's the saddest thing about it. Cynthia, oh man, I totally feel your frustration. First, oh, your comments a bit longer. I really didn't like it. If they want to make it good, they should have built it up. Yeah, if they want to make it good, they should have built the breakup a bit more as well. I agree with that. I also don't like about how their friends are so bent on breaking them up. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Cynthia's a good point. It's like how their friends are so bent on breaking them up compared to the season 4 finale, where more or less they were all rooting for them to get together. Now, I don't mind friends trying. Friends can obviously see the outside of a bad relationship, but I agree that they were so supportive of it, and then they just sort of went all against it all in the same episode. That was the problem. It was just so rushed. It was generally cute. Their braid up had made sense. Yeah, it would have been a cute scene. The joke's still funny, though, especially the one around the stormtrooper. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. One thing we must remember, though, is that everything told from Ted's point of view mostly, and what we've seen a couple of times, he's not a very reliable narrator, 100%. I even think the look-wise was obviously an exaggeration from Ted. That's why Barney rushed out in search of it. Oh yeah, the fact they are hinting at a new relationship with Robin as well. I did read your comments, Sophia. It's a bit more longer to sum up, but yeah, thank you all for leaving your comments. I really appreciated getting everyone else's sort of thoughts, because I won't get the YouTube thoughts for much longer. So having you guys around, giving me like some of your thoughts, I do appreciate it. Yeah, no, I look forward to it. Like I say, I want to rewatch the playbook episode because I think I was just in a bit of a not bad mood, but just like so I want to sort of rewatch the playbook one at some point. But this one is called Slapsgiving, so I don't care about anything about How I Met Your Mother now. Barney and Robin, do you know what? Everyone could, you know what, could have had the worst 10 episodes in a row, but I know a Slapsgiving episode is going to be fantastic, so I'm actually excited now. I didn't even know it was going to be a Slapsgiving one. I just read it. It's a Slapsgiving, Revenge of the Slap. You know this shit's going to be good. So yeah, sorry for the bit of intro for Patreon, but yeah, you can always skip, can't you, if you're not interested. But thank you as always for leaving the comments, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys on YouTube, and yeah, let's jump into this. 3, 2, 1, play.
Uncle Marshall and Aunt Lily hosted the first
Slapsgiving.
Thanksgiving at their very own apartment.
Slapsgiving.
And Marshall had found
Let's go.
turkey.
Oh, it looks exactly like his head. Oh my God.
He left it in the taxi, didn't he?
My turkey.
No! No!
We showed up for the big day.
You don't understand.
Oh, Lily looking on fire.
Put this in the oven.
Oh my God, you guys are the best friends ever.
Oh, I love him.
Guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm not kidding, but thanks.
He's so happy about the turkey.
You remember Barney and Marshall's slap?
Yeah, it's the best thing in the show.
Marshall won the right to slap Barney 5 times as hard.
I love how the joke is carried on. Like, this is amazing. It's one of my favourite jokes just in TV, just because of how they've spread it across.
Years earlier on Thanksgiving Day
Absolute
2006.
genius.
It was all set to be the best Thanksgiving ever. Until
Look how nervous he is.
it was someone Lily hadn't seen or spoken to in 3 years.
Dad.
Oh. 3 years, Jesus. There's always a character in sitcoms with dad issues, I've noticed.
Not getting the whole sock on the doorknob thing. Oh, cut you with a girl? In a way.
Bye, sweetheart. I'm off to work.
Wow.
Work. You're retired.
Now that I have an extra mouth to feed, I had to go back to the steel mill. Rita, where's my dress?
Fuck.
And then Lily gave her dad a look that Marshall had only seen a few times before. A look we all prayed never to be on the receiving end of. Her "you're dead to me" look.
You're dead to me, look.
Come on, it's been 3 years, okay? That's long enough.
Having him in my life causes me nothing but stress. It's just easier for him to be dead to me.
Okay, Lily, look.
I can understand that.
You when I never missed her.
Excuse me, are you sure mine was decaf? You just used the same pot.
I lied to him, okay?
Oh, okay.
Betrayal. Stab me in the back.
For the family.
No, that's what my mom did by working 2 jobs. Marshall,
I'm sort of Lily on Lily's side here.
20 years.
Just because my real dad's an absolute scumbag.
Just some dark meat.
Oh, that's the best meat. The wet meat. The wet meat's the best meat.
You're a great slapper. In fact, I want to study slapping under your tutelage. I want to be your slapper.
See, I treat family just as I see friends. If they put the effort in, I'll put the effort in.
Your name
But
should be Eric's.
I don't get why, because we have blood, why do I have to treat them above? I guess it's like, yeah, I'm always going to love my mum and stuff like that, but it's just, I don't know. I just think like, yeah, if you put the effort in, I'll put the effort in, sort of thing. I've rather been done by Ted.
Okay, and I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's easy for you to say when you come from the most ridiculously close family.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm on Lily's side. Yes, you are.
What about?
Everything looks delicious, Mother Erickson.
Thank you, Papa Bear. Marshall.
Yeah, it's easy to say you're not going to cut off family when you've got a great family.
Who's in battle with hemorrhoids here?
Oh, that's one of the diseases?
No.
Ted, there is an hour before the sun sets.
Oh yeah, I just want to say I get what Marshall's trying to do, and it makes sense. And I'm sure by the end of the episode, Lily's going to cave, and it's all going to be good. I'd be quite curious if to do something different with the end of the episode, which is like, yeah, I don't know. You can't. it's one of those things. You pick your friends, can't pick your family in it. So, but it's like, yeah, there's a limit. I think with family, I will stand by you. You can put up with more from them. But I don't know. I think out of my family, I don't get along with. I don't talk to or interact with one of my sisters. I get along with my all other brothers and sisters perfectly fine. And I'd say personally, I don't. Obviously, my stepdad raised me, so he's my dad. So I get along with my mum and dad and see them all the time. But my actual dad, though he's passed away now, I had nothing to do with him. So it's like, I don't know. It depends on people's situations, how they look at it. And it's always a fascinating story to listen to everyone's point of view. Obviously, someone like Marshall, who has he's very close to his family, I do think it's quite interesting. But no, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
All the way up here.
I pay for cat fare.
Well, you slept with one of my best friends.
You said you were okay with that.
Well, I'm not.
Well, why didn't you say something at the time?
Because I'm still in love with you.
What? They didn't just do that, did they? No, they didn't do that.
You really want to slap Barney so bad that you would lie about being in love with
Don't do this. Okay. Ah.
He's a different person now.
Thank fuck for that. I was so scared. I was like, they're not doing that, are they? That was great. Oh, thank fuck for that.
Paying off his IRS debts.
I miss her a ton.
I would say, if ever you watched Toradora, that dealt with father issues really well. And it didn't end all happily. It just shown that the dad was a scumbag in the end. And I was like, oh, I was actually glad the show actually did that.
Gives you the right to do that.
You and I are married, and that means he's my family too. Mickey, come on in.
No, understandable. I think I don't agree with what Marshall did there. He didn't live through all that, but I get. It's an interesting one because obviously I don't think this dad's extremely bad as like some dads, but yeah.
Wait a minute. This slap.
I think he could have easily into it as well. He didn't have to like just invite him over if he wanted to do it.
My God, you're right. This once pure fruit has turned into a poison slapple. You know what? Seriously, you take.
It's decided. Barney, come on, get in the throne.
See, Dad's not even trying. Let's be honest. Like, Dad could have even chased his daughter. Like, he needs to put effort in. Like I say, he can't. He's obviously done a lot of damage.
Was it all you really wanted?
The manipulation card.
And that trick?
And you watch your daughter leave, and you don't even care. And now
There we go. Oh, we're not gonna go the happiest route. That'd be interesting.
Relax, it's not real bile, it's just lead-based paint from China.
Do you know what? If the show actually goes down the more serious route, without just trying to.
None of us had ever seen him give anyone.
Okay.
What's he doing?
Okay, How I Met Your Mother. Okay. I thought they were going to go down the usual route where everything gets all good and it ends all well. It's like, no, they didn't. I like that. No, that's good. No, I respect that.
Mr. Park, a guy who meant literally nothing to me. We gotta go get my dad.
Oh, damn.
So that's how
Fair play.
Slapsgiving 2009.
we're going to need you on the slapping throne.
I guess we got that happy ever ending.
Bet, Commissioner,
Ah, well.
tying me to a chair is a breach.
Disappointed.
Yeah, but more
Do it.
Can. Thanks. This is the worst. Mama! No, Robin, look.
Show.
Barney left it on good terms.
The music as well.
Some part of you deep down that wants to slap him right in his face.
there is.
I know there is.
This is basically hell on earth. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Thank God. Lily,
The music every time.
You are kidding me.
So forever soon.
running through a meadow.
I can't do it.
Oh, don't do the music again, please. off, Marshall.
With the frailty and the greatness in ourselves
He's gonna do it.
and each other.
He's lying.
So, turkey?
Worth it. Worth it. That episode alone was just worth it for that.
The happy hitting game from Aldrin.
Oh, fuck's sake. Interesting episode. I think I ever watched that video where it's like the British humour versus the American humour thing, and it's like always like the American humour not always, because there's a lot of dark American humour as well. It tends to always have to have that hopeful happiness. I'm so sad they went down the route that it was a good, by the way, fantastic episode. I actually really enjoyed that. Slapgiving is always worth it. With the parenting stuff, I'm a bit sad that it went down the more positive route where everything was fixed at the end. I was like, oh, I got really hopeful for a second there. There was like, oh no, they're actually going to go down the more like realistic, because family things don't always end easily, and I think they just ended it a bit too easily by just giving her an excuse of meeting the guy that she once destroyed, and then he died, and it was like, oh, now my dad could pass away at any moment, and it's like, oh, as a person who didn't connect with his dad and he passed away and I felt nothing, it just it depends on the situation, doesn't it? I guess none of us ever live each other's life, so maybe Lily did realise she wanted to reconnect. And that's fair. Like, I know there's plenty of people go through that thing where the scary thought of ending with your relationship with an argument with someone and then finding out they've passed away and you never got to repair that, especially when we only have one life. So it's like, yeah, I can understand that pretty well, to be fair. That's understandable. Interesting episode about family though, and it's quite going to boy it up. It's a topic that can affect everyone. Family's a weird one. I say, I like members of mine, but I always see the broad opinion of it. Like, you do get people like Marshall, you get people maybe like me or thingy, or you get people where it's like, you're just born into a family and you just try and make the most of what you've got. And if you just take it, like I say, if you've got a friend where it's gotten toxic or whatever, you should never be afraid to cut them out, but you shouldn't give up straight away on people, I guess. Interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. What are your views on family? I'd be quite interested to read. So everyone's opinions differ very, very much. It's also a very touchy subject, isn't it, for a lot of people. But no, interesting episode. I think, the slap was done really, really well. I think Barney's acting was superb in all of that. I think like the slap bringing everyone together, then Marshall getting at the end was what it should have been. Perfect. And the turkey was ruined. I wonder where they got enough turkey from. They got that cooked quick, didn't they? Must have bought one from that store. Overall though, hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction. Leave a like to everything. Let's jump into the next one.